Consultants and Elon Musk. Sounds like two very different things, right? Not so fast. I recently read Walter Isaacson's incredible biography about Elon Musk. Before we go any further, if you haven't already read this book, you need to. Yeah, it's kind of long, but it's thoroughly inspirational and insightful in a way that I don't think we've really seen about Elon Musk before. As I was reading, I kept reflecting on how Elon Musk is basically an extreme implementer of common consulting techniques. The problem with the average consultant is that they don't go far enough in applying these methods. Hence, consultants have been criticised for their vanilla, cookie-cutter approaches. This video is about how consultants can take lessons from the most surprising of places, Elon Musk, to actually become better consultants and have a more fulfilling consulting career. I think this might be the bizarrest video I've ever made, so let's get into it. Make the requirements less dumb. This is about challenging everything so you know what's really adding value. It's essentially an extreme version of the what's the so what. Musk dictates that only the things that can't defy the laws of physics should go unchallenged. As a consultant, you're rarely contending with the laws of physics, but there are some consulting parallels here. If you ask so what of each requirement until it's reached its logical conclusion, then you've basically followed Musk's first principle. The problem is, most consultants only ask the what's the so what for the first 2 or 3 layers. If we took a leaf out of Musk's book and were more disciplined about challenging absolutely everything and not stopping until we'd reached a logical conclusion, then we'd create more valuable and more achievable scope. I've already started implementing it with my teams, and I can tell you, it works. Delete the parts/process. Musk comes at it from an engineering perspective, but consultants call it something else. The 80-20 rule. The principle is the same. 80% of the value will come out of 20% of the requirements. Therefore, everything else can be binned. What I love about Musk's approach, and I think consultants should implement more, is the second part of this principle. If we don't add at least 10% of the requirements back in, we didn't delete enough in the first place. Consultants are so worried that they might miss something that our solutions tend to be a bit bloated. Now, look, I won't be popular in consulting firms for saying this, but it's true. So, what does this mean for you? Well, everyone always asks, do we have everything we need? But I invite you to be the voice that asks, do we have more than we need? Same question, slightly reframed, wildly more efficient. If you're digging your grave, don't dig faster. What Musk is saying is, if you're working on something and it's taking you in the wrong direction, stop. Don't just rush to complete it. I actually saw this a lot when I was in consulting, particularly with people who are new to the game. Consulting is a constant cycle of formulating, validating, and refining hypotheses. It's very likely that at some point in the cycle, you veer off the ideal track. You unintentionally go down this rabbit hole that takes you away from the original problem statement and wastes everyone's time. Inevitably, someone spots this. And it's normally one of the junior people who's awake at 1 a.m. working on something and realises that it's pointless. The problem is, instead of stopping, analysing why it's futile, and creating a better course of action, they often just plough on anyway because someone more senior set them the work. The fear of not completing a task can overshadow our ability to efficiently deliver value. So next time you're frustrated at a pointless task, think of Elon Musk. Are you digging a grave? Should you just stop and course correct? Trust me, your engagement lead will appreciate you more for doing this than just blindly completing wasted work. Did you know that a toy car inspired Elon Musk to completely change the manufacturing of Tesla bodies? Tesla now makes car bodies out of a few large pieces rather than hundreds of smaller pieces, thanks to a Hot Wheels toy car. As consultants, we're expected to innovate for our clients, but we don't look in the right places to do this effectively. Firms ply us with case studies and blueprints, but they've all come from similar companies with similar problems in similar industries in similar contexts. There's not really much new there. And it's hard to be innovative when you're in an echo chamber of the same old ideas. True innovation comes from joining up seemingly diametrically opposed ideas. So I invite you to break the mold and think like Elon Musk. Look for inspiration in unusual places and reflect on how even seemingly unrelated things could actually give you new ideas for your firm and your clients. Elon Musk is world famous for setting such ambitious deadlines that they're almost unachievable. Yet, most of the time, his team do still either complete them or get very close. How is this possible? The answer is Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law is the idea that work expands to fill the allotted time. You've probably come across this before. Let's say you've got a deadline in 2 weeks, but you left it all to the night before. Now somehow you've managed to complete the task and the quality of your work isn't really that much worse than if you'd started it on the day it was set. Parkinson's law. This is just as applicable in consulting as it is for Elon Musk. How can you use it to help you as a consultant? Try setting some really ambitious internal project team targets. For example, agreeing a team deadline of having the straw man of a deliverable ready in 48 hours. Because it's an internal deadline, you don't have to worry about the client. But it focuses everyone's mind on the target, ultimately increases productivity. It also means that you avoid the last minute rush at the end of an engagement because you've set mini deadlines along the way. There's actually a specific consulting term for this approach: front loading. So if you want to use a Musk-inspired approach, but you don't want to sound like you're trying to make everyone work late, then simply suggest front loading the project. Even I was surprised at the parallels between Elon Musk and consultants. What I realized is that Elon Musk takes typical consulting approaches but executes them in a really extreme way. I think consultants at all stages of their career can afford to be a bit more Musk-like. And I suspect this would actually lead to a greater personal fulfillment from your consulting career too. You're not just another corporate robot pushing numbers around, you're actually bringing true innovation and value. I hope you've enjoyed this slightly strange video that even I didn't realise I was going to make. I'd highly recommend this book. I've left a link in the description. It's not an affiliate, I just big fan. If you've enjoyed this video, then please go ahead and smash that like button. And if you want to see more weird and wonderful insights from Consulting Charlie, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to make sure that you don't miss out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.